Prep Bowl 92 continues with the Class C championship game on Minnesota 9.
Welcome back to the Metrodome in Minneapolis. It's the Class C championship game between the Mahnomen Indians and the Mankato Loyola Crusaders. Along with Jim Gilliland for this game, this is Doug McLeod. Pleasure to have you up here. What's it like on the field? It's kind of cool up here.
Well, it was enjoyable down there. You get the fresh enthusiasm every year. Two schools who hadn't been in the finals. Well, Cromwell's been there, but not this batch of kids, and they're really whooping it up. And it's always a renewing thing to be down there, right among the excitement, especially there at the end where Stephen is awarding the trophy. Kids really pumped up. And now we have Mahnomen and Mankato Loyola, a rematch of last year's Class C championship. Mankato Loyola obviously was something to prove. It was kind of one-sided last year.
42-0 was the score, and they really felt they wanted to have another crack at it here this year.
Mahnomen going for their third consecutive Class C championship. So Ken Powellman has quite a dynasty up there, and a bit of a surprise because they had the great athletic class. They knew these guys with Jason Miller as a junior 2 years ago, were able to repeat last year, the big Prep Bowl record-setting 252 yards rushing for Jason Miller. But this year, people thought they were going to get Mahnomen, but not so far.
You're taking a look at the Mankato Loyola Crusaders. Somebody with a Mankato State sweatshirt back there, too, so they're keeping it all the way through. And Bauman has, as you mentioned, got a dynasty going up there.
38 consecutive, or would this be 38? It's up there in the high 30s for a winning streak, and very impressive.
38, this is 38.
Mahnomen will kick off to start the game in the maroon and gold.
This would be 39. They have won 38 straight coming in. It's too early in the day to start going with numbers here, I think. That's my impression.
High numbers
anyway.
Like that.
Yeah. Sakura will kick off, and we're ready to go with Mahnomen and Mankato Loyola. The Mankato Loyola Crusaders will pick up the ball. Brian Fogel will carry to the 20-yard line, and that is where this Class C championship game will begin. The Mahnomen Indians 13-0, the Section 8 champs out of the Heart of Lakes Conference, winning the last 38 in a row, as we mentioned, as you look at Brian Fogel on the run back. And the Loyola Crusaders out of the Minnesota River Conference come in at 11-2 out of Section 2C. Lost 42-0 here last year. 20-yard return. They'll put the ball at the 22-yard line, and it is 1st and 10 for Mankato Loyola in its own territory. Colin Rogness is the quarterback, and the handoff will get a yard.
Something to watch for. Mankato Loyola, though the game was one-sided last year, had some turnover problems, and they know that they need to take care of the ball a little bit better. As you look at the starting people up front for the Crusaders, Andy Kolars, remember calling his name a year ago.
That's
and there's
right.
The backfield. Colin Rogness, of course, was here at Prep Bowl. But they had fumbles and interceptions last year, and they need to keep those turnovers down to stay with a very tough Mahnomen club.
Full house in the backfield. Rogness will work down the line, and another yard maybe. And Athman will get the stop. Take a look at the defensive setup here. Mankato Loyola has one of the most interesting ones, but Mahnomen throws out the four-man front. With 10:48 to go in the first quarter, there is no score in the game. It's 3rd and 8 at the 24-yard line. Mix up in the backfield somewhere. Big pursuit, and Colin Rogness gets drilled by Mike Luxick, the senior defensive end, as Rogness, the 5'8", 150 senior quarterback, it looked like there was either a miscue or a collision going into the line there somewhere, and he had to try to bail out of it.
Well, Mahnomen's defensive tactic is obvious there. They had 8 men near the line of scrimmage, the front 4 that you mentioned, and the linebackers are really uptight, and they came, a lot of pressure, and Rogness never was able to get vision downfield.
So it's 4th and 14, and time to rid oneself of the football. Rob Craig averages 37.8 per punt. They got big pursuit back there from Chad Sweep, who came charging in. Now Jamie Troutner will carry the ball to the 38-yard line. John Cook brought him down, and it's time for the Mahnomen Indians to go on offense with 9:53 to go in a scoreless first quarter of our Class C championship game. .953 to go in the first quarter, and the Mahnomen Indians, 13-0 on the season, will go to work. Senior quarterback Rich Hyder will line them up with an I formation, receivers left and right. Tony Athman is the fullback, and immediately they'll cut with a slant over the left side for a short gainer. Both teams playing it conservatively in the open going. Tony Athman, the fullback, will carry the football, and Jason Krohn, the senior defensive guard, and the linebacker Pat Ullman will put the stop on him. A gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
It's natural to see those handoff plays early in the game. How does a team get to a state finals? They dominate the line of scrimmage. They've been doing it all year on both ways, and they want to try to establish that early here in the championship.
Jamie Troutner is the wide out on the right side. George Spaeth on the left on 2nd down. The delay, hand to the second man through, Brandon Yost, and he's piled up there for possibly a loss of a yard on the play. Pete Matacek, the senior linebacker, made the stop. They'll put the ball back to the 34-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 7. Mahnomen with the ball in Mankato Loyola territory.
They have the great field position as a result of the short kick after the stop on the opening series, but a very similar situation to what the Crusaders had. 3rd and long. We'll see if they elect to throw and if Crusaders come with heavy pressure.
3rd down and 7 yards to go. From the pro set, Hyder looks to fire. Open on the right side, and it is complete at the 25-yard line to George Spaeth, the senior wideout. Pat Ullman, the linebacker, was there to stop him. And that's a 1st down.
A lot of poise there by Hyder as he looked downfield. He had a couple of receivers as Troutner was running the deep route. It wasn't there for him. Spaeth curled up just in 1st down territory, and Hyder delivered the 1st down pass.
A 10-yard strike from Rich Hyder to George Spaeth. It is 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Wideouts right and left again. Spaeth on the left side, Troutner White. It's fullback duty, and it goes to Brandon Yost, who gets nailed by Pat Ullman, who came in and read that play very well. Boy, some of these, particularly the linebackers, how they read early in the game can really set the tempo of a game. And the backers for Loyola have done a nice job in the early going. 2nd and 10 it will be. The ball just shy of just across the 25, shy of the 24-yard line. 8:21 to go, scoreless 1st quarter. Athman and Troutner line up. It's Jamie Troutner, and he goes busting through to the 20-yard line. A 4-yard gain by 5'5", 140-pound running back Jamie Troutner. The defensive right guard Mike Kennedy, the senior, number 69, made the stop.
Good push at the line of scrimmage for Mahnomen that time, as Troutner does not get touched until he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
There's some great blocking in there, too, to open up a big hole. Defense tries to trap off that. Now look at the Loyola defense. No down linemen. This is the famous radar defense of the Loyola Crusaders. 8 men on the line of scrimmage. Everybody up. Here comes Brandon Yost. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Andy Kolars, the senior free safety, knocked him out of bounds there at the 2-yard line, an 18-yard gainer. Here's a good deck level view.
Feeling that they get a good start from being able to have good vision, but that time Yost busted through a big hole and takes it down 1st and goal. Mahnomen picking up where they left off at last year's Prep Bowl.
Now it is 1st and goal at the 2 for Mahnomen with 7:34 to go in the 1st quarter. Athman and Yost are the offensive backs. Troutner and Spaeth the wideouts. Hyder goes up the middle and stopped shy of Paydirt at about the 1-yard line, a gain of about 1. Offensive left guard Jason Krohn, a 5'11", 200-pound senior, number 66, put the brakes there on senior quarterback Rich Hyder.
Hyder must have seen something in the alignment that led him to believe he could sneak it right into the end zone, but he is stopped just short.
Boy, when you go a full 11-man game right after a 9-manner, it looks like something's wrong, doesn't it? Hyder now on 2nd and goal at the 1. Up the middle and touchdown. Rich Hyder on a 1-yard dive puts the Mahnomen Indians on the scoreboard first with exactly 7 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. It is 6-0 Mahnomen.
Maybe a bit conservative in the play calling, but if you have the horses up front, there's no sense risking a handoff down this deep. And Hyder just moves over left guard and center and into the end zone.
Now it is 6-0 Mankato on defense and Mahnomen on the scoreboard. And the place kicker Jeremy Sikora with Troutner to hold will try the point after kick. Got a pretty good attempt at a block at it, but it goes right through the middle. And Sikura's kick is through. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter of our Class C championship game. 37 yards and 8 plays. The Mahnomen Indians 7, Mankato Loyola nothing from Prep Bowl 92. From the control room in the basement out to the artificial turf of the Metrodome in Minneapolis, it's wall-to-wall football, you all. Prep Bowl 92 with Jim Gilliland, Doug McLeod. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mahnomen just scoring on the 1-yard plunge. It is 7-0 Mahnomen. And Mankato Loyola will go to work here. You're looking at Jeremy Sikora, the place kicker and kickoff man of the Mahnomen Indians. Vin Ho and Brian Fogel are the designated receivers for Loyola. And it will drop at the 10-yard line. Vin Ho to the 15, and he's popped right there as he came back down by Chad Sweet. And there was a tremendous pop that you could hear up here on that one.
Well, the Indians just destroyed the front wall blocking of the Crusaders on the kick return, bowling over that wall that they like to create. And there were 3 or 4 men who were ready to make that hit.
So the Mankato Loyola Crusaders now trailing 7-0 with 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Have the ball at their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Senior quarterback Colin Rogness with a straight set on the backfield. Fake draw. They'll go to Ho, who carries around the right end of the 20-yard line and got about a yard or 2 on the play before he was stopped there by the safety Alan Hodek, the 6', 180 senior.
Taking the outside route this time, trying to find a little room, spread the defense. But Mahnomen closes quickly and makes it 2nd and 8.
Oh, looks like a nice balanced runner just in the little bit we saw of him there. 6:12 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Mahnomen. 2nd and 8 at the 20 for Mankato Loyola. Fake to Matacek. Here's Rogness on the run, trying to turn the corner, and he made it through. Slipped through the tackle and got drilled at the 30-yard line by the safety Dave Markert. But a big gain and a 1st down for Mankato Loyola.
Rogness springs right to his feet, exhilarated over getting the 1st down. Some clever footwork here that nets the 1st down there. You can see Markert who eventually makes the hit, but it looks like he's going to get trapped here, and then whoop, cuts it back, and watch, here comes Markert.
Boom! Oh, there's some hitting going on now, folks. 1st and 10 for Loyola at the 30-yard line. Here's Vin Ho on the fake. They took the draw up the middle. Pardon me. Josh Ashley carried the mail, and Mike Kirch, the middle line, made the stop. That was a very effective play as far as the announcers were concerned.
A little bit of trickery. They went straight ahead and got the good initial yardage there. They'll take 2nd and 4 every time if they can get that, because it makes the Indians guess a little bit as to what they'll come with next.
Tight slot left. And again, they just go up the middle, keeping it on the ground, 1-2 yards at a time. Josh Ashley carrying. And Tony Athman, the junior defensive end, on the stop. 5 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Mahnomen. And they'll put the ball at the 39-yard line, 3rd and 1. Loyola 0 for 1 on 1st down conversions so far. Mahnomen 2 for 2. On 3rd down conversions, rather. 3rd and 1. And it's not going to happen here. Good pursuit by the Mahnomen defense. Dave Markert, number 87, led the way there.
It looked like they tried to get them to think they were going to go straight up the middle again, but Mahnomen rushed straight up the field, and they had 3 or 4 guys waiting for that play that was going to run off the tackle and end position.
So it's 4th down and 2, and Loyola goes into punt formation. Rob Craig, number 11, is the junior punter. Just got it away. Dropped at the 38-yard line. Loyola's going to recover the football, I think. Loyola recovers. John Cook, number 80. There he is. Got it for Loyola, and the Crusaders will now have terrific field position on the fumble of the punt return.
Brandon Yost tried to make a big play by moving up and taking a 10-yard advantage there. If he could have run up and caught the short punt, but the coaches will tell you if you're not sure you can catch it, get away from it, and he had to try to take